right, the green flag is just about set to come out as the huge crowd on hand here on its feet, getting set for 400 miles of racing on this beautiful day, 200 laps, and Ernie Irvan leads them off corner number 4 with Bobby Labonte alongside, looking for the green flag, and there it is. We're racing.
Bobby Labonte didn't get a very good start. Ernie Irvan did, so he jumps out front.
Jeff Gordon has dropped into second position as they head for turn 2.
Back coming right along. We'll see what happens here with Green. You see him in the middle of the screen there, get loose, went up and slapped the outside wall.
And look and go down through the cars, and no one hit him. Wow.
And he came right down on pit road. See it again here. See the green car right in the center of the racetrack. There he's already into the wall.
This is from the helicopter.
So boy, he hit it pretty hard, but was able to get the car down into his pit area, and that's where it remains. Looks like they may be pushing it behind the wall now. So Jeff Green with some early problems at Michigan. Back to racing. Ernie Irvan had jumped off to quite a big advantage there in the first 3 laps before the caution. We'll see what happens here as we go green once again.
Got himself a pretty good jump this time, Bob. Not quite as big as he did before, as we see cars racing side by side as they go into turn 1, off turn 2. There you can see the lead that Ernie has, about 6 car lengths over Jeff Gordon.
Andretti and Bill Elliott battling for the 14th position as Elliott maintains the spot going into turn 3.
And what a battle for second place. Bobby Labonte just went on the outside of Jeff Gordon going into turn 3 and made the pass.
Oh, we got a crash. We see Derek Cope's car and Morgan Shepherd's car.
Right here in the tri-oval at the starting line. 2 cars sliding through the grass, Cope and Morgan Shepherd. With some heavy damage to the cars. We went through the entire 200-mile race yesterday for the Busch Series without a caution, and we've had 2 in the first 7 laps here this afternoon.
And right there are 2 guys that didn't need this. These guys have had so much tough luck, and Benny mentioned Morgan Shepherd driving an unsponsored car there. Needed a good run, a good finish here. So did Derek Cope, and there they sit. Sheet metal all banged up.
And one thing about it, they can certainly talk to each other, can't they? Because they're sitting door to door.
They sure are.
See Cope trying to drive away. The hood's open the wrong way. The hood's supposed to go open from the front, not the rear.
Well, he's still shedding pieces as he drives the car through the grass, now making his way onto the racetrack. Morgan Shepherd has been unable to start the 91 car.
Both drivers have gone a lap down now.
That's our Siemens onboard camera.
Take a look at some replays. We'll see what happened to Derek and Morgan. And it looks like Morgan gets hit from behind.
No, I think Derek Cope got hit from behind by Sterling Marlin and goes down. Morgan was just on the inside of him, and he turned him right into the 91 car. It looked like that was Sterling Marlin, didn't it, Ned?
Yes.
And once again, Labonte did not get a very good start, and as a matter of fact, pulled down so Jeff Gordon would not run in the back of it.
He sure did. I don't know what's happening on his restarts, but that Pontiac is not taking off like he needs for it to. Seems fast after he gets it up the speed.
We saw Johnny Benson coming off pit road. He is now a lap down.
Ernie Irvan's Pontiac doing fine though on the restarts and elsewhere. Jerry, what's the deal with Bobby on the restarts?
Checked with Jimmy Maycar in their pits. He said they don't think there's a problem with the car. However, I think what may be a problem, now he's getting wound up and comes back with a vengeance on the inside of the 24 car. The gear may be the gear they're running to get gas mileage. It takes a while to get going, but when it does, to see what Jeff Gordon saw and go right back by.
Well, Bobby does move the Pontiac back into second position. Gordon now third, following behind Jeff, Mark Martin, and Dale Jarrett. Then comes Wally on the back, Joe Nemechek, Ken Schrader.
And Jeremy Mayfield. And Ward Burton running in 10th place.
Because the guy that they're all concerned about in the garage here that just might have the best car here is Mark Martin. And we can see he's closed in. He's right there. He's with them. Now that time, the fastest lap around the racetrack. So battling forward of Mark Martin.
Ernie was second, and Dale Jarrett was third quick that lap. Looks like Jarrett will be able to move by, or trying to get by Jeff Gordon.
And that time, Bobby Labonte thought about taking a look on the inside of Ernie Irvin. Did not get quite enough run to do that.
It's been a long time since Pontiac won at this racetrack. Rusty Wallace did at this race in 1989.
See, Dale Jarrett has caught Jeff Gordon, and those guys are not letting these leaders get away. They're closing in. Jeff Gordon looked like he's going to fall back, but he looks like he's maintaining that difference. Weber.
Yeah, Benny, Jeff continues to be a little tight on the racetrack, so he's battling that. But another thing is, just before this race went green, crew chief Ray Abraham told his driver, we are not the fastest car here today, so we need to be the smartest. So watch how their strategy plays out. John?
Johnny Benson is back out on the track. He's a lap down. I talked to Steve Meal. He said what they did in that last pit stop where they were working very furiously as Mark Martin's making a charge toward the front. Said that they changed the number 4 spark plug, that it was not firing. That seems to have fixed their problem, but they're a lap down.
Mark Martin has taken over second position from Bobby Labonte, and boy, there's a huge difference in the lines that Ernie Irvin and Mark Martin are driving.
Mark Martin likes for his car, that's Ernie Irvin's radio, Mark Martin likes to run his car right down on the bottom of the racetrack. He won here in June running that way. It looks like he's got that car set up the same way.
And watch as he comes off that corner and gets that good run on Ernie.
86.
And Rusty Wallace also making a move on Joe Nemechek for the 8th position. Rusty's got it. But Nemechek comes around and retakes it. And look at, and a battle for the lead now. Mark Martin goes for it as Ernie Irvin. And he maintains it going
Clear.
to 3.
Mark got a run coming off turn 2 down on the inside of the racetrack. Let's see if he can do the
Inside.
same thing on turn 4. Yep, his spotter told him he was coming
Clear
down
beyond
there.
that 6.
And Ernie fights back on the outside with that momentum on top of the racetrack. You're able to keep that car a
All
little
clear.
bit freer. But Mark, he gets through the 1 and 2 on the bottom of the racetrack. So
Inside.
watch as he just drives down to that yellow line between 1 and 2.
But it takes away the line that he
All
needs coming
clear.
off of the corner with the car up there, and he just can't get the run that he needs to be able to complete the pass.
Now Jeff Gordon, while they're doing this, is closed back in on the back bumper of Bobby Labonte. Now Bobby is taking a look on the outside of Mark Martin.
Top 5 cars are running within a second of each
Get
other.
inside.
Martin again tries to get the advantage on the inside. Bobby Labonte's going to slide down there behind Mark. That
Coming
may
with
help
him.
give him a little bit of a tow.
Yes, it will. Drafting plays a part here at the Michigan Speedway.
Still
Like
inside.
Daytona and Talladega,
All
it
clear.
certainly helps you on the straightaways here.
And look at Jeff Gordon on the outside of Bobby Labonte.
All clear.
Trying to take over that 3rd spot. And he will take over that spot as Dale Jarrett back in 5th.
So it's Ernie Irvin. And Mark Martin now running second. Labonte moves high on the racetrack as he looks for 3rd from Jeff Gordon, but not able to do so at this time. Ernie Irvin continues to lead the Pepsi 400 presented by Devilbiss here at Michigan Speedway. However, give Mark Martin 5 bonus points. He did get credit for leading 1 lap.
He's going to try to lead another one, Bob. He's got a run coming off of turn 4. Let's see if he can get him back to the
Stay with
start-finish
it.
line. And Martin does beat him back to the start-finish line, so he got, well, he don't get 5 more bonus points because he's already had those.
Still inside. clear.
And look at Jeff Gordon. Here he comes, that DuPont car.
Looking back inside.
Man, if they fix that 24 car, he's going to be pretty good, isn't he?
Yeah, he is, but you know, the car was tight in the beginning, and as they run on and the tires gets hotter, the track gets a little bit slicker. Sometimes that works to your advantage.
Clear.
Mark had a run. Decided to back off. See, you just can't drive in the corners
Back
alongside
inside.
someone. You can come off the corner, no problem. You can accelerate off the corner, but it's so difficult to go in the corner side by side because you need to go in the corner and lean against that
Coming
cushion of
behind.
air.
Still inside.
If there's a car there, the air is not there to lean on. You see Mark will back off each time going in that corner.
Clear.
And not take any chances. As Bobby Labonte now has passed, Dale Jarrett has passed
Clear.
Jeff Gordon on the outside to take over the third
Way to
spot.
stay after it.
Now he passed Gordon on the outside. He's going way high again. See if he can get by Martin. Martin jumped down to the inside. That's where his car works the best, but he couldn't get the run on Ernie that time. And Jarrett couldn't get the run on Martin.
Meanwhile, on the racetrack, still a good battle as Mark runs that low line and Ernie up top, and they're side by side through the corners, but Ernie is able to get a better run off the corner now. Mark has a good run.
Still
He does
inside.
going into the corner, but he has to back off.
Clear.
Apparently his car is a little bit loose going into the corner, Bob. I think if he ever
Back
got by
inside.
Ernie Irvin, then he might be able to drive away
Clear
from him.
behind the
There he
stick.
got that run.
Whoa, the car slides way up the racetrack.
Wow.
And the 670 pitting on lap 55.
Pitting on lap 55, we heard him say.
That's pretty good fuel mileage. It's 110 miles. Sticks that Pontiac right up on the back bumper out and says, hey, I'm going to lead again.
I like that being in front, Mark.
We're good friends.
And while they did that battling, Dale Jarrett pulled up right on the back bumper. You see Mark go down the corner, touch that brake. Now, Ernie's going to try the bottom of the racetrack. Ernie, you're not going to like it down there. I'm telling you, get back to the top. You're not. Oh, there you go.
Dale Jarrett coming into the pits as Kyle Petty and Jared Nadeau are already in the pits.
Oh,
He's gone anyway.
that's right. Now here's Ernie, or Jeff Gordon rather, as the Rainbow Warriors get him in and out quickly.
We'll see where Gordon comes out on the racetrack and stacks up against Jarrett with that 16 lap. Here comes Ernie Irvin and Mark Martin down pit road.
1 pound down on the left. What do you think about your track bar? That be good enough?
Jerry Punch.
4,200, second gear.
36 car and 6 car coming down pit road. Ernie Irvin had been too tight. They're going to change air pressure to try to free it up. He was tight coming off the corner. Mark Martin had a problem of being too loose. Now the Skittles crew going to work, changing right side tires. Ryan Pemberton said we will make an air pressure adjustment to help Ernie coming off the corner. That's why Ernie couldn't get down beneath the 6 car coming off. He had a push. Left side tire going on the 36 car. As now, car number 6 heads down pit road. Ernie leads, and they're waiting on Mark Martin to make an entry down pit road. They plan on putting a half a round of wedge in the Valvoline Ford for Mark Martin. Mark was okay when he was behind the 36 car, but when he tried to pass him, the car would get looser and looser, and he had to actually pull away before the car would become neutral again. Now the Valvoline Ford comes to a halt, and right in front of him, right by the crew, comes Bobby Labonte in the Interstate Batteries Pontiac. Now Labonte, they will make an air pressure adjustment, and we're talking about a track car change to try to loosen his car up. His car, like Ernie Irvin, was tight coming off the corner. Left side tires on the Valvoline Ford. Mark Martin is down the way. He zips by the Interstate Batteries crew as they complete their work, and he follows Martin down pit road.
It is Dale Jarrett who has the lead now over Ernie Irvin and Mark Martin. The interval is less than a second back to Ernie.
All clear.
Pretty close traffic down there. Look at Ernie go to the bottom of the track.
Stay with it.
Ernie makes it 3 deep going down into turn 1.
Clear
Now
one,
they say
one
go out
outside.
into, or I say get out into double file as opposed to 3
Clear
deep.
high.
Martin following right through.
See Bobby Labonte sticking the nose of his Interstate Batteries Pontiac back in 4th spot. Jeff Gordon's turned to running in 5th, and Ernie Irvin's taking a look on the inside. Look how his line has changed since he changed tires. Trying to run the bottom of the racetrack, or maybe just trying to pass down there.
All kinds of point position changes back of the top 10 as Irvin has gained 4-point position right now. Ward Burton up 3.
Here goes Ernie down on the inside, looking for the lead.
Still outside, clear.
He's clear, Ernie. You can come back up and use all the racetrack. That'll help a little bit.
So on the 68th lap of the 200 lapper, Ernie Irvin reassumes the command of the race. At Michigan, Dale Jarrett and Ernie Irvin grow side by side down through the tri-oval for the lead. Ernie's got that high line.
Clear.
He's able to maintain the lead.
He had the right approach into the turn. He did it a couple of times. Pit stops already happening here for the 2nd time as Ward Burton goes out of the pits. He was the first to make a pit stop earlier when they made the green flag pit stop. So Ward in here now on lap 95, out on lap 96.
Yeah, Ward's got a problem because if that keeps up, he's going to have to make an extra stop.
Yep.
Once again, Jarrett has a pretty good run down through the tri-oval, but staying behind Ernie right now as we see the action from the Pennzoil copter cam. That is, of course, the number 10 car of Ricky Rudd right ahead of Ernie. Ricky is 15th, so he is about to go a lap down. 14 cars on the lead lap. Joe Nemechek will make a pit stop. Jerry Punch is right there.
Well, front row Joe not having the day he would like to have here at Michigan after a pretty good qualifying effort, now being shown a lap down. They put right side tires on it, try to get it completely full of fuel, and that's the big factor, getting it full of fuel. You hear him say, go, 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 go. Pretty good pit stop, but only 2 right side tires.
And we saw all the leaders change 4 tires last time. What do you think, Ned? Will some of these guys, will Jeff Gordon change 2 because he's losing ground? Will he try to make up some of that ground by changing 2 tires?
He might do it because that could probably gain him 5 or 6 seconds, but I would suspect he's has a 5-second lead on Jeff Burton, who is in 4th place. I suspect we'll see them take 4 tires.
Gordon has dropped all the way back to 9th. The car on the move once again is Jeff Burton, who has come up to 4th. And here is Jarrett once again. This is lap number 99 complete, so next time around will be the halfway point.
Now, Buckshot's going to be the score on this. That's Buckshot there in the double zero. Whoa.
Depends on where the Buckshot stays. He's staying out of the way. That's what
Clear, all clear.
Good idea.
Yep. Good smart move by Buckshot there.
2 guys made a good move there. Buckshot made a good move, and Dale Jarrett made a good move in not forcing the issue. As we see Kenny Irwin sit in the pits, changing right sides.
Sterling Marlin is on pit road, so is Bobby Hamilton.
Okay, I'm sure that Todd Parrott's telling Jarrett, okay, it's $10,000 at the line. If you get here first. He's working on him.
28's going to get a penalty for entering pit road too fast. Here is the halfway mark. Let's see who gets the $10,000 for leading this lap. Who is it going to be? I think maybe Jarrett. Led by about a fender. It was real close.
Arnie said we got halfway. I don't know. It was close.
It was very close. Too close to call. And 88 got it officially.
Frank Killer gets forced up high on the turn 2. Now he does move over to let the leaders go by.
4, I believe you led that lap. You didn't tell me that ahead of time. Got $10,000. 4, working on fuel mileage here. Sorry.
The leader at halfway, by the way, has won 7 of the 20 races so far this year.
Scoring has it as the 88 car leading that halfway.
And again, they were
Still
just about the
inside.
same coming around for that lap.
And that was about the same margin that DJ won his first race, passing the late Davey Allison. Here's Bill Elliott into the pits.
Ernie Irvin heads toward me. By the way, Rusty Wallace just made a 2-tire change. Only 2 rights on the car number 2.
3, 2, Junior.
And they signal Ernie to get on the brakes and stop hard in the Skittles Pontiac. Right side tires. Remember, Ernie's still complaining of the car having a push being too tight. They make a track bar adjustment. We're going to show you Burton as well in the pit. Left side now there on that car. Back to Ernie. Left side tires going on. Ryan Pemberton's through. Trying to get the ball with Jack. Burton is away. You hear the screeching tires for Ernie Irvin. He's down and away. And Mark Martin heads down pit road at 55 miles an hour. 4,000 RPM in second gear. The crew reminding him, don't make a mistake here in the pits. Here he comes in. And they have the stop sign out. Jimmy Phoenix says no changes, no air pressure changes, and apparently no wedge or track bar adjustment, although Mark had said the car had been a little bit loose, but was getting better. Now left side, going on the car number 6. 21 car, the Citgo car in for Michael Walton, getting service from Lynn and Eddie Wood of the Wood Brothers. He is away. Likewise, the car number 6 is down and away for Mark Martin.
Boy, Mark seemed like left awfully quick. They still were tightening the lug nuts on that left front. Maybe they got him okay. Ricky Rudd also goes back into competition.
Well, we had Brett Bodine in the lead lap there a moment ago, and I said he was about to do a pit stop. He has made a pit stop now, so he's brought Brett down in the pack.
There's Mark making a move on Ernie at the end of the backstretch, and can't do it.
You just can't drive
All
that
clear.
Just can't drive that car inside on the inside of someone and not have that
Back inside.
wall of air to lean against, and Mark understands that. Now on the last lap, he might do something.
Still there. Clear low. All clear.
You see the manufacturer's battle and the
Clear. All clear.
board on Hardy's Field summary. Ford's doing very well. And there's the Chevy leaderboard.
The Pontiac leaderboard is doing best because look at that. They're leading with Ernie Irvin. Bob Labonte's in 5th and Burton and Andretti 9th and 10th.
So 4 cars in the top 10.
See, Pontiac has led 93 laps today, mainly because of Ernie Irvin.
Yep, he's led 89 of them. Once again, Bobby Labonte and Dale Jarrett are side by side down in front of the main grandstand here, which is packed with race fans today. And Labonte has it. There's Robert Presley, who is 20 and 28th, 2 laps down.
And here we go, Ernie on the bottom of the racetrack trying to get by Kevin LePage. Does Mark have the preferred line? It could be. This could be a pass to the lead. Well, the fans are
Still outside.
Mark gets behind the wrong car at the wrong time.
Looking inside.
Oh,
wow.
3 wide.
Oh, and Mark got him. I'll tell you what, the fans are going to be a little upset on that little deal there.
All clear.
There's a Hardy's Field summary, the manufacturer's battle as of now. Now Ernie's down on the bottom.
All clear.
What I meant by that, the fans will be a little upset with Kevin LePage in that situation.
That's a Roush car.
Exactly. Same owner that owns Mark's car. But Kevin was trying to stay in the lead lap. I understand what he was trying to do. He's not going to get a lap out of it. He's already a lap down.
Yeah.
He's trying to save another lap.
Yeah, he's in 25th place. But while they're racing up there, Jeff Burton just continues to 1.26 seconds now. And Bobby Labonte is gaining on Jeff Burton.
And Bill Elliott has a problem, drops down to the apron of the racetrack on the backstretch. Where was he running?
Your third place car, Jeff Burton, just pulling into his pit stall. A 4-tire change. He and Frankie Stoddard have decided they're going to a round and a half, a wedge on the right rear. They're also adding a pound of air pressure in both right side tires. They've been saying, be smooth, be smooth. Jeff tried to pump him up by telling him, we know what we need right now so we can catch Mark Martin. Let's go to Jerry Punch.
Right side tires only for Ernie Irvin.
Get after it. They took 4. They switched it up.
They made a call to go with right sides only and one round of bite. As Mark Martin will come down pit road, they saw the tire changing done. Will they change 2 or 4 in the Valvoline Ford? Can they afford to change 4 tires? We'll see what call Jimmy Fennig will make. Now the Valvoline crew for Jack Roush scamper over the wall. The man who has won the last 2 consecutive races at Michigan Raceway. Last year and this year in the spring, Mark Martin trying to be able to get 4 tires here on the race car. Left side tires going on. They pull off the windshield. He is down and away.
Good pit stop for Mark, 17.1 seconds. The 18 car of Bobby Labonte is headed down pit road. Back down to Jerry Punch.
Final pit stop of the day for Bobby Labonte. Interstate Batteries Pontiac. Pontiac has not won at this racetrack since 1989. And the 1 car of Steve Park pulls out. Labonte takes a hard left hander, comes down pit road. They will peel off the windshield. They will make a chassis adjustment. Trying to tighten it up just slightly. Right side tires only. Now they will come to the left side. Remember, the 36 car only took 2 right side tires. They will get 4, just like Mark Martin did a moment ago. They're down and away. Let's go to Bill Weber.
Wally Dallenbach on pit road for what he hopes is his final stop. They pull the plastic sheet off the windshield here. It is just 2 tires and enough fuel to get to the finish. Dallenbach gambling in his seat in the Budweiser Chevy.
Well, a bit of a surprise there that Ernie only took 2 tires, huh?
Well, I mean, I don't know anything about the tire wear down there, but that's the only way he's going to win. Because Mark Martin had passed him. He looked to be a little faster than Ernie. That's the only way he could win. So I got to applaud if the tires wear is anything when we get to the end. I have to admire Ryan and Ernie for making that call.
Let's go to John Kerner.
Jeff Burton took on 4 tires. They've been an air pressure adjustment on the right side, and he was really concerned when he found out that Ernie Irvan had taken only right side tires. But his crew chief, Frankie Stoddard, calmed him down, telling him it's no problem. We've been catching him all day. We're going to catch him now. In fact, they just radioed Jeff and told him in the last 5 laps he's gained 1.6 seconds. Mark Martin's going for the lead. Let's go to Bill Weber.
And as they battle out on the racetrack, Dale Jarrett had a frightening moment on pit road in his last pit stop. The last lug nut on the left front tire came loose as he was about to leave. But quick hands by Robbie Hancock got it re-threaded. He hit it with the gun and they got away. A NASCAR inspector was all over it and made the correct call. Jarrett trying to get to the front. Jeff Gordon's car is getting better, but the question is he going to have enough time to try and rope in the leaders? As for Wally Dallenbach, a 2-tire stop in fuel. His crew chief Tony Burr said the left side wear has been excellent. It is not a gamble. It's a piece of strategy that could help them grab a top 5 finish here today.
And of course, Mark Martin is also driving with a lot of emotion today, and I can only imagine what victory lane is going to be like if he can drive to victory here this afternoon. His father was killed a week ago yesterday. Here's Ward Burton blowing up, and the caution is out.
That happened down in 1 and 2, and the caution flag is out. This could be a huge break. Right now, there's only 10 cars in the lead lap. 16 laps to go.
And there are about 4 of those cars on the lead lap that have 4 green fresh tires, where Derek and Martin only have 2.
Mark Martin dives to the bottom of the racetrack.
Almost to the apron.
And look at that thing take off of that corner.
Jeff Gordon in 3rd spot with 4. Well, he only has right sides, 2 tires. There's Jeremy Mayfield, a 4th place car. Here comes those cars that Ned talked about with 4 fresh tires. Bobby Labonte, the 18. There he goes. And also Ernie Irvan. And Labonte just drives up on the outside of Jeremy. Said, how about that?
Excuse me.
I don't think Jeremy knew that he was there for a moment.
I think Ricky Rudd might have brushed the wall as he came up for him. If he didn't, he got awfully close to it.
One thing that Bobby Labonte and Jeremy Mayfield don't want to do is run side by side for too long, because those leaders will get away from him. Now Bobby Labonte gets that position as go into the turn. Here comes Ernie up on the outside. He also has those 4 fresh tires.
And Labonte picked up a terrible push off that corner.
He almost hit the wall. Back behind there, Jeremy Mayfield just went around Ernie Irvan, or got it beside of him, which Ernie has the 4 fresh tires. I thought that he'd be able to move up there too, but right now racing with Mayfield, but Mayfield now drops back behind going into turn 4 as we watch this battle up front.
The battle is in turn 4. We look back on second place Jeff Gordon from Mark Martin's car. And when they hit the line, there it is, 10 laps to go, 190 complete.
And 192, 193 miles per hour. Down in turn 1 as he goes to the bottom. Gordon goes to the outside.
He's up in the high line as they come off the second corner. Had a good run, but Mark closes up and oh, look how close they are back there. Oh, man.
Wow, how is it possible for that car to go back and forth that quickly?
Now Gordon will head for the high side of the racetrack once again.
But here comes Labonte on the bottom of the racetrack.
What a tremendous race among these 4 drivers, and back there in 5th spot is Ernie Urban.
Mark Martin needs for Bobby Labonte to catch Jeff Gordon quick. And those 2 guys start racing. Maybe that would help him. Here goes Gordon to the outside. He's got it this time.
He's got a good run, but Mark will come off the corner and slide up ahead of Jeff once again. It's an unbelievable race. Look at this.
Man, oh man.
Wow. Bobby Labonte pushed up again coming off of turn 2, and that cost him some track position. Here goes Gordon now on the inside.
We'll see if Jeff has any more luck on the bottom side of the racetrack. Here he is in corner number 4, coming off and taking the lead. Jeff Gordon will lead lap 192, 8 to go.
That's his first bonus points off the day.
So that graphic that we ran that said Jeff Gordon, the last time he didn't lead a lap was Texas, forget that.
Yep.
Did I see backfire out of Gordon's car, Martin's car that time?
Well, other people are saying they saw it too. There's Ray Evernham.
That could be. He might have broken an exhaust pipe. I think
He lost speed down the straightaway there. Bobby Labonte really ran up on Mark Martin. I believe that he has lost power.
Bobby Labonte down low on Mark Martin as they work through the 3rd and 4th corners. Jeff Gordon has the lead. Now 7 laps to go.
Jarrett trying to take a look on the outside. Oh, Labonte gets loose that time.
Sure is.
There again, he didn't have that wall of air to lean against. And
Now, who's Jarrett going to follow? Neither one of them. He's going to try to go by on the inside.
Look at this. 3 wide down the backstretch. Jarrett, Labonte, and Martin. And
Jarrett is really loose, and we can see that he needed to go up the racetrack, and here comes Labonte back on the inside. Meantime, that's what Mark Martin wanted for Bobby Labonte and Mark Martin to do, but
now Jeff Gordon is glad to see it in his rearview mirror.
Yeah, he's just running away from them while they're racing back there.
He's got a 1.5 second advantage with less than 6 laps to go. There you can see the interval that Jeff has over Bobby Labonte and Martin and Jarrett. This has been one of the better Michigan races that we've seen in a long time. This time around, Jeff Gordon will get the white flag. One lap to go.
once again we talk about the mechanical advantage, the springs and the shocks and the things that they search for all the time. Jeff Gordon today, his car was not competitive, but they took the rubber out of the right rear spring and made a mechanical change that just fixed his car.
And he could only do that under the caution. They couldn't afford to take that time to do it on the green flag pit stop. They finally got a caution near the end of the race so that they could make that adjustment.
George Burton's mechanical problem that caused the caution. Boy, he has done it again, it apparently seems. And he moves into some great company. Jeff Gordon comes off of corner number 4 and looks at the checkered flag. He wins the Pepsi 400. 4 wins in a row. The last to do that was Mark Martin, and Dale Jarrett just beat Mark Martin by a nose to finish in 3rd position.